Hi everybody, Solomon here with the Third Beard channel, and I know this is kind of a weird placement to start a video, but I am going to try to do something I've never done before, and it's going to start here in the office. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you know when I upload a new video, and let's get started. Okay, so I've been doing some research on payload delivery systems for drones, and I have a drone here. This is a DJI Mini Pro 3, and it's something that I will be incorporating into the channel soon. I want to be able to get my bait out past the breakers on the beach, and I also want to get my bait out further when I'm fishing in the river, when I'm land fishing. And I've been doing some research on some YouTube channels and on some forums, and I've come up with an idea that I think might work. It's a little different from some other ideas that I've seen on YouTube, so that's what we're going to try to do today. Now, I know this one looks a little bit weird, but we actually have a little cover over the front right here. So this cover is amazing. It just pops in and covers up and protects the gimbal and everything. So what I have here is just this little cord clip. It's a little plastic cord clip. It has just this slightest little bit of a curve going up, and I just need that just to be able to hold a ring, and I'll show you what that'll do later. But the way I am going to attach this is I'm actually going to use Velcro, because I don't think this is going to be a permanent thing at the moment. Let's see if I got enough Velcro pieces here. Yeah, I do. This Velcro is made by Scotch. These are Scotch fasteners for indoor. They actually hold a lot. I use them for a lot of different things. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a square piece of that, and I'm going to put it on the bottom of this, like that. Probably fold the pieces over, let that sit. So now there's Velcro on the bottom. This is just a real quick little DIY piece here. And then what I just do with it, I just got the, maybe I didn't grab them. Then I've got the other piece of the hook and fasteners, which is the other part, and we're going to figure out which way we're going to do it. So we want the open piece. Oh, it's stuck to my elbow brace. So we want this open side right here facing behind us, behind the drone. So we're going to kind of figure out where we want to put it. So I'm going to put it like right there, centered. So let's go ahead and take this piece, center it up right there, stick that on like that. There we go. And then we can just place that little hook right there. And that's pretty tight, but I don't think that'll hold if I put a decent amount of weight on it. So I think I'm gonna zip tie this. I think a zip tie is gonna be where it's at to hold that. And we can do a test on this. I actually want to test this today, so that's what we're gonna do and see what we can do. So let me go ahead and get a zip tie on here. Oh, are these gonna be long enough? These are not going to be long enough. Unfortunately not, so that's not gonna work. Okay, let me find my big long ones. Alright, so there you go, guys. It is zip tied. I actually had to put two zip ties together, but that's okay. It doesn't look terrible. This isn't, I'm not going for beauty, it's more of a functionality type thing. So there you go. And it's not made to like really hold on to this thing, because the bail is going to be open. So the premise behind it is there's going to be a hook with a piece of line that goes to my actual main line, and there's going to be a ring on it, like a a keychain ring that's going to fit inside this. So when the drone goes up and starts going, my bail will be open, so it's going to be pulling the line kind of up high, so it'll be more hanging down. And when it gets to a certain distance that I want, all I do is close the bail and move the drone forward, and it'll pull that ring off and drop the bait where I want it. Now this is a smaller drone, so I'm not going to be able to do like massive tuna heads or anything for big shark fishing, but for like smaller baits and stuff on the beach, this will be perfectly fine and perfectly acceptable, and will also be perfectly acceptable for even getting out like pompano rigs out further past the breakers to hopefully get bigger fish and better fish. So we're going to test this out today and see if this works, and yeah, we'll see what happens. So I didn't film it, but I did a quick couple of tests in my backyard using my Penn Wrath 5000 reel and my Penn Wrath rod, and struggled a little bit. I only got one good deployment on the bait. It wouldn't stay on this hook, and I think the reason it didn't stay on this hook is because it's plastic and it's pliable. So we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board on this. I have a big metal hook, which I know would work. I think this would work great. The only problem is this hook is too long. And what would cause problems with that is there's no landing gear on the Mini Pro 3, except these little fins right here, and then it actually sits down just on the back side of the actual drone itself. So it would be sticking out way down at the bottom like this, and it's not gonna land or stay straight, so it's gonna bust my my fins up, and I don't want that. So back to the drawing board, but I'll figure something out. So after some frustration trying to figure out a good hook method, I went to the dollar store and found some of these metal picture frames, hanger hooks, and decided to use this big hook. And it needed some adjustment, so I actually used some pliers to bend it a little bit. And you'll see later on that I had to do some adjustments when I did some testing as well. But it ended up working out pretty well, and you'll see why in a minute. Alright folks, so we're back outside. We're getting ready to test it again. I got everything set up. We have the hook that I actually modified a little bit. I actually bent it up and curved it up a little bit this way, this direction, so it's more of an actual hook itself. And I bent this part, instead of being level, it was actually angled down. I bent it up this direction too, so it's actually laying flush against the top of the drone itself. So as I told y'all in the beginning, the way this should work is I already have the hook attached, or the eyelet attached, excuse me, the ring attached to my main line, and it's going to actually attach there and should hold there until I hit the bail and close it. And then once I close it, it'll pop off like that and then drop. So we're going to test that out today and see. I may have to make some more adjustments and figure out something else, but we're going to test it. That's what we're doing. So this is test number 2. Obstacle avoidance is off. Why are we still being stupid? Stand by, y'all. So here we go. This is actually, it's getting all tangled up. That's not good. I don't like that. That's a real problem. Let me fix that before it goes. Alright, let's go. Bail is open. Line is going out. And that's far enough. It's as far as I'm gonna go. We're gonna go ahead and close the bail. And let me go just a little bit farther. It's tight. And it's getting stuck. It doesn't want to release. Okay, so maybe, yeah, that's going to be a problem. I want it to release a little easier than that. Open, free hanging, and away we go. Alright, that's probably far enough. Close the bail, push forward, and released. We got it. Alright. I'm going to reel this back in. We're going to try it 2 more times. If we get it 2 more times, then we're probably good. And I feel comfortable with it. So we decided to take our stuff to the beach, and I wanted to go fishing on the very next day, which was a Monday, and it turned out to be a very bad day for surf fishing. Really windy, and the surf was absolutely extremely rough, where it was just the conditions were terrible. But it gave me a perfect opportunity to test the drone and the bait delivery system because of it being so bad. If it was going to be able to, if it was going to work, then it was going to be perfect, because it would work better in even good conditions if it worked well in bad conditions. So I went ahead and tested it. I just closed the bail and the bait dropped. Alright, let's get home. And tighten this down. There's the drone. Loosen our drag some. Do it a lot. So I actually there we go. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's get the drone back down. Come here, buddy. So unfortunately, the surf was just too rough to fish by the time I would drop the bait and get the drone down, the bait would almost be already on the shoreline, even though I had a really heavy sinker, and I actually had one of those claw sinkers that digs down into the sand. I was still struggling to keep that bait stationary. So we decided, I did a couple more tests, and we decided it was time to just go ahead and pack it up. So there's no fish in this video, unfortunately, but I hope this helps. Maybe it can give you guys some ideas on how to maybe do a modification to help you guys do a drone bait delivery system. I hope you guys enjoy this video. It was a lot of fun to make. I'm excited to try this out in the surf. I probably will not be using it very often. I don't want to catch very large sharks because you have to follow some guidelines, and if you're going to be catching very big sharks, you really need to have two people. It's a safety thing for you, and it's also a safety thing for the sharks. You need to make sure that you're doing safe releases on these animals to protect them. Not to mention, there's certain species that you just cannot get out of the water. They have to have their gills underwater, and you can't. It's just really dangerous and unsafe for you to do that by yourself. So, you getting your bait way out there is asking for big sharks. So, probably won't be using this very often, but it's something I wanted to test out and try and see if I could do it, and it was really cool that I was able to do it. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you know when I upload a new video. And until next time, I'll see you then. Take care. Thanks for watching the Third Beard channel. Here's a video selection, and here's a playlist suggestion. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you.